the reports that people are constrained with access to the treatment due to financial constraints.
Thank you, Maurice. Access to cancer services generally,
Yes,
has, I think, been limited because of having Cancer Institute only at the center here. But as I had said, we are now establishing cancer centers that would allow these people. But to get back to the constraints, which is more financial in accessing care, Cancer Institute took an initiative to understand what our patients go through. We did a lot of studies from 2018 to 2020, and we're trying to look into what are these barriers to care. Maurice, it was clear that there were certain things that we didn't know, but patients were going through. Firstly is the physical access to care. At Cancer Institute, initially we had like 3 campuses. We had the upper part, the middle part, and the lower part where the radiotherapy, or radiotherapy unit has been near the KCC mortuary. So how do patients access care from 3 different points? That was physical. So we found that patients were really having hardship in accessing care. They have reached Cancer Institute, but where is that particular service located? So they were getting lost multiple times. Then we also realized that through that survey that most patients were not understanding their condition and their cancer condition and how they would access services. So we realized there was information, education, and communication challenges that were trying to bar patients from accessing care. Then the last component was psychosocial and economic issues. That's where your question falls.
yes.
It is far from the money. I want to explain precisely the psychosocial and economic challenges. First of all, cancer is still treated, which is a misconception, as a death sentence to most people. And I always tell people that cancer doesn't kill people the way people think. I will explain that another day. So, a moment you are diagnosed with the cancer, people tend to withdraw support. Oh, this one is now going to die, which is wrong. And that is where the lack of finances comes in.
Families, friends, and relatives,
They withdraw support. And that is the biggest thing we want to address.
they're like, this person is done,
Yes.
no future.
And now, what do people now are forced to conceal their condition because they still need to live around with the people. So the stigma around cancer, we need to confront it. Now, that takes us to, if people withdraw support, physically, morally, financially.
So meaning there are people from families
Yes.
that are able to support,
Yes.
but they do not support just because of the stigma surrounding cancer.
They keep that bull to waiting for when he will die, and they slaughter it.
Without selling it to give you money to get treatment.
Yet he can still live. That is the first thing that brings what we are calling the
Because
challenges.
I've seen people within the city center camped around with the placards
Yes.
asking for money.
Now,
And really, at times it beats my understanding when you say there is a free treatment at Cancer Institute and we still see these people on the streets.
so I have a very clear knowledge of that. Having known these 3 dimensions, we focus a program called the Patient Navigation Program.
Which you heard
Which
as a
I
program
head.
manager.
It is designed by Uganda Cancer Institute to enable our clients access care or relieve the barriers physically and improve information and education and communication with our patients, then also improve the social support and economic support to our patients. Now, I am going to talk about the 3, but brief, I will major more on the social support.
Yes.
When you are going to Cancer Institute, you go to the navigation unit. That is the first point for a new patient. So if you enter from the Kamucha Road, you go uphill, you will see a very beautiful signpost. That signpost has colors on the walkways.
Yes.
If you go into the navigation unit or the pharmacy, you only follow that. That is part of the innovation that helps people access the service points. But in addition to that, we have people who have been trained and hired specifically to guide patients. They're called physical navigators.
Yes.
So their role is to walk around and say, can I help you? Or I don't know where to go, let me take you. Or let me show you, you go to that point. There are other patients who are abandoned there who cannot walk. They support in wheeling those patients to the care point. That is physical support to access. So if you go to Cancer Institute, you find people with the blue uniform. They are physical navigators. That is their role. Now, we also crafted specialized type of nurses whose role is to sit with the patient, make the patient understand their condition and agree. Now, tomorrow you are coming back for a scan. The next day you will come back to see the oncologist.
Doctor or something, yes.
Now, this day you will come back. So they have a agreed plan. Then they exchange their phone contacts. We gave them the phones. You call this number if you have any challenge. But we also cause them to call these patients. That has improved access. So that means if a patient gets in touch with them, they will never find barriers again. Now, this last component. Patients who are coming from up country do not have where to stay.
Yes.
Right? Initially, when they are coming, they come like, what we say, they come thinking we are coming for cancer, malaria treatment, 3 days and we rush back. No. So along the way, we realize that they don't have enough money to pay for accommodation or to feed themselves or where to live. They don't have relatives in Kampala. These were the people we are seeing previously lying on the verandas of Uganda Cancer Institute. So from that point, we conceptualized that. Actually, we had partners who were supporting us to accommodate them. We call them the hostels and so forth. When COVID hit, all these hostels closed down.
Yes.
We saw patients piled around Uganda Cancer Institute veranda. So we ran a quick survey and realized that these were people who only needed where to stay to enable the access care. Now, in that situation, they were not adhering to treatment, right? Yeah. Malaria was torturing them and probably killing many of them in the veranda.
Not necessarily being killed by cancer, but other diseases.
Yes, jeopardizing the effort of government in treating cancer. Malaria killing them. They were not taking clean water because no one took care of their diarrhea killing them. They were not eating clean food, you know. The harsh weather was beating them. So we crafted what we call the UCI care home. These are people who were not meant to live in Uganda Cancer Institute because they are expected to come from their home, access treatment, or see a doctor and go back to their home. But their homes are far away. You heard of that lady who came from Masaka.
Yes.
You can't travel from Masaka
and
every day.
The gentleman who was coming from the northern region.
Those are the people. Stable people who should access care, but they are far away. To enable them adhere to their treatment, we have to accommodate them. This is not in the scope of what government provides. Government has hired the oncologists I'm talking about, has built very big structures.
The medicines
are there. The radiotherapy, all the test equipments are there. Tests are for free. Now, it is this home, it is this transport because of distance, stopping these people to utilize these services. And that is where the cost you are talking about comes in. If you get into the cost is not on the care.
So the money given to the institute is not directed into giving accommodation to such patients?
Now, the accommodation we give to patients are inpatients. When we admit
that you're going to be in a ward.
In the ward, those are the ones we take care of them.
Yes.
We give them food, we give them water, we give them the beds until we discharge them.
But now to Muchibi, who is coming from far away to come and get treatment because he can't go back and is not admitted, then he has to look for accommodation elsewhere.
Now, that is where the issue is. If we do not provide this accommodation, all these beautiful services cannot be accessed by these categories of people. Yet they're the ones who should access it more.
Now, looking at the future plans of the Cancer Institute and also looking at your department, the Uganda Patient Navigation Program, what are your basically plans you're trying to put in place to have this done?
So, thank you, Maurice. The government has played a greater role of getting the oncologists, the medicines, the the equipment and all these tests available. It is now us as brothers and sisters to those who are sick, as families and relatives, as partners, because the care home we have established is a home away from home. The government cannot make you your home. The government has given services, so you go from your home to the hospital. So it is your responsibility. Now you are incapacitated because of your cancer condition. You had him 22 years.
The other one 20 years.
Now what else do you have? Cancer also sometimes limits people from actively working. Then employers are also not supportive.
So the moment they happen to know that you're diagnosed with cancer, they will terminate your contract.
It is happening more.
They will disguise and then contract.
Even your brothers whom you are struggling with over land will now sell the land. Because cancer has brought you to Kampala, they hurry and sell it from that side before you know.
By the time you go, it's gone.
There's nothing. So where we are going, it is one of the models that we are now adapting. Because about 265 patients and attendants live at the care home. But adherence to treatment is over 96%. That means we are now making the care home helps patients to make the best use of available services. Now, the Cancer Institute now has adapted the UCI care home as a mode of care. Even at the regional cancer centers, we must put a home away from home. Because if you are to go to radiotherapy at 7, you must leave from home, go to and back.
Currently, according to what I've seen, they seem to be temporary kind of structures, tents and all that. Are you, in your plans, I don't know whether the finances are really able to support you in that line. Are you planning to put up permanent, not permanently for the sick people, but the structures to be there permanently so that whoever is in need of that kind of service, staying there and then you go for treatment, they can be in place?
Thank you, Maurice. So those tents you are seeing is not for government. Those are provided by partners.
Basically collaborations.
Collaborations. Because partners support government initiative. What we are now seeing is, can we build a structure, permanent, beautiful structure, to provide a home away from home when these people are coming to access care? And this calls for our collaboration, for your support outside there. Why do we say this? Those are our brothers and sisters. They have a right to accessing care.
Yes, Ugandans.
And Uganda the government has put the care there. But how to access it, which was primarily the role of the person. His capacity or her capacity cannot allow him to. So we now need to come in collectively and say, these are our brothers and sisters. Let's put what we have to pull a home for them. That home is for our brothers and sisters. The government has done its part. The government can also come and support from another end. But it's not the priority of government.
Like you said in your previous statements, that the priority is on treatment.
Treatment.
And the training of the doctors.
Yes.
Now when it comes to accommodation, a bit of it, collaboration is needed.
And this is where we need the money.
As of now, have you started on anything? Because usually when you want to give support, they will need to see where you are and then the kind of support that you need.
We are at, first of all, Cancer Institute, having realized that providing house for these people or accommodation improves adherence to treatment.
Yes, true.
Provided that space where you saw. Say now, the concept you have brought helps us to get our patients to get the treatment timely. So Cancer Institute has provided that home. You saw the toilets and kitchen, small though. That is Cancer Institute.
Yes.
Now, that is the hygiene component may not be adequate. Now, we do not have the budget or the money to put the structure. We are at the design phase. What is this kind of house? We need a house that can accommodate 300 patients and their attendants, right? And preliminarily, that design is going on, but it does not stop us from talking about this. Secondly, we need resources, money, or vehicles to transport these people back home. We have people who are stuck in the care home. They have finished their treatment.
Yes.
They need to go back home.
But they can't go back
They can't go back home.
And there's no communication between them and their relatives?
No, even if there are communications, this is what we are talking about. Sometimes now the families tend to relax, right? And leaves one to battle. So we are calling on everyone. What would stop this person is as low as 25,000.
To go back.
50,000 to go back. But now we also face a challenge. When they go back, will they be able to come back?
In case, like you said, once you diagnosed with cancer,
Yes.
you receive treatment.
Yes.
But because there is a chance of occurrence,
Yes.
so there is no need of you being there without coming back for
Yes.
review.
Follow up, review.
Yes.
Oh, we can give treatment in phases.
Yes.
You have finished the first phase, we give you like about 2 weeks or 1 month off. So you need to reunite with your family and come back. Now, when they go back home, some of them cannot come back. We keep following them. I don't have money. I don't have this. I can't. You see?
But let's look at this issue of our relatives. You know, stigma has been a problem way back when, I mean, HIV.
Yes.
Stigma
yes.
was another problem that was really hindering the people receiving the health care in that regard. Currently with the cancer, do you try to look into that problem, meeting with the relatives, speaking to them, giving them maybe hope that this person is sick today, but they can recover, or they can still live for more years, they can still go ahead and, perform their duties? I don't know if, do you take that responsibility of speaking to the relatives themselves?
Thank you. You see that care home? That care home is managed by social workers.
Yes.
Who handles the social component of care and do a lot of counseling. They coordinate with the home people and partners who can support these patients.
Yes.
Now, there are patients who are abandoned or cannot go home. In their model, they should have conducted home visits to reunite this person to the other one and also go to talk to these families. The few that we did, the results are amazing. A moment we visit that family, the family full swing comes to support their clients. In 2022, we had a client who even produced from Cancer Institute, those verandas.
So she came when she was pregnant?
She got even pregnant from there.
Yes.
Then we did everything to take her to Kawempe, delivered successfully.
Yes.
But now, the lady had run away from their home. I'm not disclosing where she came from.
Yeah, I understand.
But it's in her care. So she was taking care of the baby in the verandas. So we took the initiative to follow this lady up to their home. Social workers, UCI gave the vehicle,
yes,
facilitated them. We went with this lady. The welcome home was amazing. To date, that lady is supported by the family. She's alive. She comes back for a follow-up. She's okay.
So as we speak of the patient support and palliative care, the family is very much important.
The first thing is the family. The second one is the hospital where we are. Because care is a partnership between the two. Even patients have a right to refuse care, refuse treatment. I don't want that. It does not conform to my culture. So we need to help them understand. Now, when we make the family understand, the family will support the patient, then we will provide the care we need. But now, in the middle, we need the support from friends, civil society, partners, to provide the resources that may be lacking to help this person go through. So there are three things in this care home. We are providing accommodation,
okay,
but there's a challenge with the transportation. So we also incorporate transportation of patients for those who need transportation back home and
those
from
who
home.
come for review.
Yes, for review. Our focus is everyone should get treatment and followed up timely.
No matter wherever you are, where you are in
irrespective of
Uganda.
your social status.
Yes.
Now, the other component is when they are in the care home, they need to eat, they need diapers. These are now what is required of them. So feeding and other basic amenities is required, accommodation is required, and transportation. These are three social issues. The government has provided the rest.
Yes.
Now, these three I'm talking about is what stops most people from accessing. And it is not attended to. Why I'm stressing it? This is not medicine, it's not radiotherapy. Yet it is our mandate.
Yes. To give the services.
Yes.
To the population.
And it is the responsibility of this person to come for services. So my role and your role and the role of those ones outside is now to refocus on these issues. Why the patient navigation established that home is now very clear. Adherence or access to these services.
Yes.
Perfect. Now we need to get the home right.
So
we get the transport
used
right.
as a pilot project kind of.
Yes.
It has brought up results.
Yes.
People are able to receive.
Yes.
But now the numbers are overwhelming.
Yes.
you need to get a home for the rest of other, sick people. Not necessarily for Kampala, but also in other areas.
Even in the regional cancer centers. I say if you establish a cancer center in Mbarara, right? Mbarara is the regional cancer center for the Western.
Yeah, so people coming from the Mbarara, the districts within that area, they will be coming to Mbarara.
Okay, what is the farthest place of in the Western region?
That could be Kisoro.
Yeah. So can someone come from Kisoro, access care in Mbarara, and go back to Kisoro? No. So this kind of care home also needs to be established in Mbarara, where the cancer center is.
According to the funding that is received from the government, it is entirely to provide doctors with the support, buying medication, maintaining the equipment, maintaining the center itself. Can't there be an increment in the funding, and that increment is directed into the home care arrangement?
So I think that is a matter of lobbying, but take it that this is not the only ministry.
Yes,
right?
True.
And
in this current situation we are in.
So that may happen. I'm saying with the government everything can be possible.
Yes.
But when it happens is the question I'm talking about. You know what I don't want us to go to is not playing our role. And we say the government should provide. Look at this. When do we involve the citizens?
Yes.
Or when do citizens participate in the provisions of cancer care services?
As we conclude, I know that's a very big question to all Ugandans that are watching. As we blame government, as we ask government to increase on the funding, the question is, what have you done on your side?
Yes.
I've seen currently in Zambia Hospital, it's a different entity as far as this is concerned, but now they have a campaign, the Cancer Run, within the Rotary Fraternity. It's organized every year, and they're trying to put up also another center, which is also going to be supporting Mulago as per now, because now most of the patients from MSM and Zambia, from Rubaga and elsewhere, they go to Mulago for those specialized services. Is there any kind of activity that you're planning to put in place in order to generate some money that will go towards that kind of initiative?
Thank you, Maurice. Okay, the cancer runs are very beautiful.
Yes.
But they do not support cancer patients at Cancer Institute.
That's what I'm trying to say. It is for another organization.
That's for
somewhere
another
else.
organization.
Then can we do something? It may not be a run as Uganda Cancer Institute. Can we do something, but which is towards generating money for the home care?
I think that is the perfect way to go.
Yes.
Because if you're asking citizens, what provision have you put in place to get them to involve?
Yes, that is.
So I agree with you that we are going to run series of events geared towards supporting the three areas.
Okay.
The construction of the care home.
Okay.
Support for transportation, and feeding and other basic amenities. These are three areas. So it may not only be monetary. If an architect is outside there who wants to offer his expertise.
Yes, for the drawings.
For the drawings.
Yes, that is.
We say now, this is our piece of land. We have it.
Already.
We need this. So help us now with your expertise. You would have contributed. If someone has, let's say, a cement factory, say, we want to give you cement. That is, but if you have the money, it's okay. That is on the side of giving a decent accommodation to those who are coming back for treatment.
Yes.
Now on transportation, if you have a vehicle outside there, then
an ambulance or something.
Yes, you can donate, or you can provide transport, or you can, and also if you can pay for someone who is stuck in the hostel directly, we have the person called the resource mobilizer. Then we have set up systems at Uganda Cancer Institute to receive all resources and account for them.
Okay.
We have a dedicated account for patient support. It's not the money that comes from
your government and elsewhere.
It is overseen by the program.
Yes.
With the strict rules and conditions. The money is paid directly into account. Now, requisitions and approvals must be made. Then annually it is accounted, it is audited. Then if it is an item, let's say posho, we don't receive cooked food.
Yes.
We receive dry ratio directly in the stores. Then you are issued with the goods received note. The person who paid the money in the account, you bring the pay slip, we give you the receipt. Then we make you participate. If you must participate, if you intend to be there when we are giving this food to the needy patients, we call you. Say, come and give your part. This is your part. But when we have recognized it, then finally we give appreciations.
Okay.
We write
certificates,
letters, and it is a support that if every Ugandan comes to support patients, then we can go far with the access.
As we conclude, actually just in 30 seconds, can you give us contacts in case someone wants to support? If someone wants to support you in that campaign.
If you want to support any patient,
yes.
My number is 0782
0782
74 35 63. That is the number that I use, but I will link you to the resource mobilizer.
Yes.
Who will give you now the guidelines.
Yes, that is.
The resource mobilizer has the account numbers, has the mobile money numbers.
Yes.
That will now share with you. I didn't carry them, but
no, this number will be enough in that case.
So also, when you want to access care, don't hesitate. Call me, because we have our navigators that I will say, this person, you may not see me, but
physical navigators,
you will be helped.
That is.
Thank you so much.
Weewaawo tubayenza nnyo tweyanzege mukulu Amos Obote ava mu Uganda Cancer Institute era nga ye programs manager wa Uganda Patients Navigation Program. Enteekateeka gitubuulidde eddagala gye liri, abajjanjabi gye bali, ekifo wekiri, obuzibu obutonotono obwo obuliwo, bagenda maaso n'okukola enteekateeka ezibumalawo. Funa bufunyi mukisa ogendeyo ku Cancer Institute, ojja kulaba engeri gye banasobola okuba nti bakuyamba. Bakimanyi nti balina abalwadde abalina obuzibuzibu naddala mu nsonga y'ebyensimbi, ne bakola buli ekisoboka okubataasa naddala kati abanoonye ew'okusula okusobola okumalawo embeera gye badde mulaba bulijjo mawulire nti ew'okusula si wangu nnyo naddala ku balwadde abava mu bitundu ebyewala. Namba eri 0782 74 35 63 osobola omukubirako n'abanga asobola okuyamba mu mbeera eyo. Nze Morris Mukibe Mugave sigala ngolaba Terefayina yaffe. Aye Katonda kuuma maaso moja.